Okay, let's see if it's working now. It's showing up at least. It's just saying that it's really unstable. You know, same. Not that I can say much. But yeah, I don't know why the stream just is not working very well tonight. I couldn't tell you.
Hey, there's a newsstand over there! Wanna
Welcome.
grab a copy of the Steambird? We know our Fontanian friends love a little drama. There's no way they've let their readers down. Isn't that Charlotte? And standing next to her, surely that can't be Kanich?
How about... Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Hold up. This one's a gem. Illegal restaurant caught serving Saurian stew. Proves surprisingly popular.
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's missing something. Ah, got it. Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
Oh my. Oh my. That can't be real. Fine. I hate to admit it, but you've won this one.
What? Did Paimon hear that right? Neverlet was stabbed? And
Bro,
gravely
he's fine.
wounded?
He's a sovereign dragon.
No, surely
That's
that
good.
can't be right.
He bitch slapped Tartaglia. He's fine. Surely not. If it is, we're all toast. I thought I heard familiar voices. Well, if it isn't Traveler and Paimon. What a coincidence! Mr. Kanich and I were just talking about you two a few moments ago. Unfortunately for me, he's a very loyal friend. I pressed him for some juicy details, but he remains tight-lipped about you. So, anything you want to share with me about the great Traveler's triumphant exploits in Notland? It was a team effort. Modest as ever. Anyway, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Sorry. Let me backtrack a little. Hi, you two. It's been ages. What brings you back to Fontaine?
Hey, you two. Fancy running into you here.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant shock.
Paimon shut the fuck up.
What the heck was all that about a story of meat restaurant and the Udex getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious.
You're just lying. They're just lying. It's fine. Oh, that! We were just trading tabloid headlines. Is that what you're talking about?
Trading tabloid headlines?
Yes.
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see fake news stories. Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
I'm sorry you had to see such an unflattering side to Fontaine, Mr. Kanich. These third-rate tabloids write their headlines purely to shock and scandalize. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The ones who still got a shred of integrity will at least clarify the truth in the main body of the article, although misleading headline is still an underhanded trick to draw readers in. But others, like the ones we were reading aloud, have no qualms about making outright fabrications.
If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
Lenient of you, Mr. Kanich.
Him? Lenient? Oh, you've gotta be kidding!
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
You mean all those fake headlines you mentioned actually do have some basis in fact?
Sure they do.
Sure.
For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently. Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, it's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins. But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in Natlan. Rest assured, no Saurians were harmed in the process.
And if you're wondering why the Udex didn't preside over the trial, it's because this case was assigned to another judge right from the offset. It's not as if Palace Harmonia has only one judge. We can't expect Monsieur Neuvillette to handle every single case himself. On a more interesting note, the trial in question went remarkably smoothly, and it was all thanks to Mr. Knich's testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines that she totally forgot to ask why you're here in Fontaine, Knich.
Phew, it was all a misunderstanding. The world's not going to end yet. We still haven't played the new Archon quest. Maybe not, but it'd be an even better world for me if Mr. Knich would agree to another exclusive interview with the Steambird.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough. But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
You saw right through me. Guess I'll put it down to the keen sense of instincts of a renowned Saurian hunter. Any response to that, or...
I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Knich the speechless! Knich the tongue-tied! Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me again. Ah, of course, what a brilliant idea. But that also means I'll need a bit more time to prep. Let me put together a thorough list of interview questions. Sounds like I'm not allowed to refuse. Well, I know I can be persistent, but at the end of the day, it's your call. Anyway, I should probably be getting back to work. I also need to go track down a gestionnaire. I don't fucking know what that word is. And report these increasingly outrageous tabloids. Farewell, my friends, until we meet again.
Charlotte never stops, does she? Anyway, I just have to ask. That how thing that popped out before, or was it a how? It kind of looked like a how, but at the same time...
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was a how.
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Maybe he's not acclimatizing very well to Fontaine.
Could be.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor Almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
There's nothing physically wrong the first 3 days of each month.
Hello, Ella Johnsy. Welcome to stream. Oh, I get it now.
Paimon sure does. Paimon's been down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Knich holds onto a house tail, he'll be considered an Almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying Almighty Dragon Lord.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But a How wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon. That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here. I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out. It'll be a good chance to let that noisy helium balloon out. He might even learn a thing or two. If you're free, why don't you come along?
Sure. Seeing a how angry always makes my day.
I know where it is, so let me lead the way.
I don't actually know how many parts there are to this. It's like... Because we're supposed to get all these characters. And it's just a quest? Oh, we're going all the way over there. Here it is. There's the main event of the quest. Over here? Yep. There we go. Just have Malika casually fucking using her motorcycle to get everywhere through Teyvat. It's okay, they have robots. Oh, there you go.
Looks like I remembered correctly. Here we are.
Wow, this is
So there?
awesome! Hard to believe it was just an empty beach before.
Yeah. It was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House. There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap, ta-da!
Good morning.
But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
There's something oddly familiar about the way you talk. Who are you again?
Well, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one.
Do I know her? Where do I know her? So it was an event, and I don't remember. I'll be honest. I have such a bad memory. I don't remember who she is. Good to see you again. The prototype lens has come in handy, by the way.
Of course! How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of fantasy, the stuff of film buffs' dreams. I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here. As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontainian filmmaking, a place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all my life savings into it too.
Huh? You've got to be kidding. Ha! Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project. If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on! Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart!
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
I'm sorry.
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant? You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your
Smart.
cool gadget. Who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
Mass production?
That would be crazy.
Insolent,
Mass
vulgar,
production
and
of how.
disrespectful. I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be!
Oh yeah, I know, he's so special.
And another thing, smart is the understatement of the century! I shall have you know that I am Kahulahau, forebear of ancient wisdom! I lived for eons long before any of you were born!
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
Idiot meets idiot.
What's
What's all the fuss? Making some new friends, are we?
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, President of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon, how have you been lately?
I've been great.
Hello there. I'm Kenichi.
What about me? What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. Mighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Just at a loss for words.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the Almighty Dragon Lord by his name. Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? Try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
That's pretty funny.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night. Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light. I couldn't wait a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia hoping she could lend a hand. After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands?
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement, as you can see. I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet, so let me fill you in. In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event, and also providing technical support.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
That's right. The one and only Surintendant Cheval Moran. After much persistence and many solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Farina's permission to use the image of her close friend. Not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's also boosting her own popularity. And that was always the goal. A win-win arrangement.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas. By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic productions. Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management. For anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth, Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once their application has been approved. By the way, traveler, are you at all interested in taking part? It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to, say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Well, as it happens, that'll be a piece of cake. Everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists or the stall owners themselves. So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef Miss Escoffier to run our theme restaurant. Look over there.
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right next time, or you might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
She seems a bit busy right now.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a How go be her assistant.
You little... What's your game here?
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Alright, so what do we do now? I want my burst back.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary.
Okay, I
The
trust you,
sheer
Gordon
lack of
Ramsay.
standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident, and then come back to collect them later bringing ammunition with them.
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
Oh.
Wait, has that happened before?
Yes.
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
Aoife?
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box. It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Oh?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
That's what I assumed at first, but the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there. But I didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities. I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in. Ugh, it was exhausting.
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill, as usual. Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice. Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and immediately called in the Marechaussee Phantom to crack the lock and check if there were any dangerous items inside. And, as it turned out, there was a gun.
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Ugh, such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you anymore?
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
You little... Don't dare you turn your nose up at my gifts! Why,
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun. Oh,
Whoa, it's so neat and precise.
Sketched by a professional engineer, after all.
it's nothing.
Hmm.
Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like. And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
No. Quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natland. Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Not at all. The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what